Hi guys, how is it going? Hope y'all are good. So today, let's talk about how to talk to your higher self. So let's get into it, right? You can talk to your higher self. You can ask them any question. I have done it a bunch of times. You can ask them any question whatsoever you want. Like I've asked them few times to wake me up in the morning because I don't really like setting my alarm clock. And they have done it because whatever you ask them, well, depending, because if you ask them like, who killed JFK, or is this person that you, I mean, well, I kind of got that one from this book I read by Aaron Worley. I Am, I Create. I don't think you're going to get the answer. I mean, I've never tried it, so I don't know. But like I said, I got it from her book. So, I don't know. Maybe you could try it out. I don't really care that much to know who did it because I just don't. So, I never tried it. But I've asked plenty questions and I've always gotten the answer, and I've asked for favors. Well, asking a question, asking it's kind of like the same thing, right? Yes. Because I've asked on not several occasions, I've asked them before, how do I lose weight? And they were like, well, first of all, you're not fat, you're not overweight. You think you are, you see yourself as overweight. So, of course, then yeah, that's why. And then it dawned on me after I heard that, because I remember I was at work one Saturday morning. It's always Saturday, right? And I was just sitting there on my tablet, just doing work. And out of nowhere, I was like, why am I so fat? Like, I just gained 20 pounds overnight. So then another coworker came in and he looked at me and was like, oh, you gained weight, huh? I'm like, yeah, I gained 20 pounds. And he was, and I'm like, no wonder why. Because even when I was under 100 pounds, I would always see myself as fat. And people would always look at me and be like, I remember this one guy I used to work with. He was like, what is wrong with you? You are underweight. Even one time I wasn't feeling well and I went to my doctor and he was like, oh, honey, you need to gain weight. You, for your age, you're severely underweight. You need to gain weight. He was like, come back to see him in 3 weeks and I should gain at least 5 pounds. I went to see him and I lost weight. And he was like, you did the opposite. I wanted you to gain, but you lost. And even then, I always seen myself as obese. But then, after hearing that, I started looking at myself differently. I started seeing myself super skinny the way I like. When I see somebody that's skinny, I be like, yep, that's me. And in no time, I lost over 30 pounds. And I was like, change your mind, change your life, right? And like I said, you can ask any kind of question because they're always there. They're our best friends. And the thing is too, like for me, I hear them. Sometimes I feel them. And when you hear them, don't feel like you're crazy. If you hear voices, don't ever feel you're crazy because nothing is wrong with you. Because the voice is subtle, it's not intrusive, it's not forceful. Unlike your ego that, is a bit pushy. But like, oh, you should do this, you should do. No. It's so quiet, so still, so small that if you're not paying attention, you can miss it. And I've had times where I'm not tuned in and they need to get a message across to me, and I would just get a feeling Because if I'm not tuned in where I can hear them, I'll either get an intuitive knowing or a feeling like, oh, you should do this, or don't go there. Because I remember one night I was going to work, and I'm always on time. I like to arrive whenever I'm going somewhere. I like to arrive on time. I hate being late. And that night I just could not, for the life of me, could not leave my house. It's like I was taking so long to get ready, and that's not like me. Because when I have somewhere to go, usually I already know exactly what I'm going to wear, because it's like I'll just see myself dressed in my head before, like the day before. So I know exactly what to wear. So I'll just pick that out and just get dressed. So it takes me all of like 5 minutes to get ready. And that night I just could not leave the house. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? By the time I got out the house, I'm like, I'm going to be like 10-15 minutes late for work. When I got on the highway, there was a car, and I didn't see the car until I got up. I got so close to it. The car was oncoming, but it was already crashed. Like, there was already an accident there. And I'm like, if I had left out like probably 5-10, like my normal time that I would leave out, this guy would have crashed into me. And I'm like, thank you for saving me. So they will do that if they're trying to. And like I said, they're not pushy because they're big on free will. They will not violate your free will. They will never, ever override your free will, ever, because they're not forceful. Like I said, they're just very small voice, very still, very subtle. Like, it's easy to miss, so easy to miss. Like sometimes you're just saying something under your breath you don't want nobody to hear. It's kind of like that. And this other time, when I was in college, it was the end of term, summer break. We was about to go for summer break, but it was finals time before, summer break. And I was doing my math test. And before time, the professor gave us a study packet, and she said, everything that's in this packet will be on the test. So I've been practicing, because I'm like, I want to pass. I want to pass her class because I don't have time to take over. I just want to knock everything out and get out. Come the day of the test, at my desk, she handed out the paper. I looked down. Everything on the test looked foreign. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this. So I picked my paper up and I was about to get out of my seat. And then she said to me, I heard in my head, sit down. You could do this. So I sat down. And I just started flipping through the page. And I was like, no, I don't know anything on here. And before I know it, I started writing. I finished the test. Lo and behold, I passed. How I passed, I don't know. They helped me. And I am so grateful. I'm so grateful. And each and every day, every morning when I wake up, the first thing I do, I tell them thank you. That's not a non-negotiable for me. I have to tell them thank you, because you know how much time I completely ignore their warning. How many times they try to warn me about people, things, whatever, and I just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna do my own thing. And they never made me feel guilty, feel bad, anything. They're still there, and they still give me guidance. They're always with me, and they're always with you as well. It's just, you have to kind of tune in, so you can hear it for yourself, or feel it for yourself, or see it however, you communicate with your guides. Because for me, I either hear them, feel them, or I get an intuitive knowing that they're with me or they're communicating with me. And Me, I have like full-blown conversations with them. Full-blown. Because sometimes at night I can't sleep. I'll just lay there and I'll be like, hey guys, let's have a conversation. They're hella chatty too. Like, they're always down for a conversation. So, yeah, you can talk to them whenever. And they're there. They will speak back to you. Because, like, I've even asked them, like, describe yourself to me. And they have done that. They have. They tell me exactly how they look. And they'll tell you anything, anything you want to know. Nothing's off limits. And you can call on them anytime, 24/7. And they will never let you down. They will never fail you. Because they're there for you. They're your guides, right? So, yeah, that's it for this video. I hope it helped. And I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one.